What's up, sports bettors? Alex here. No college football today, no NFL. All we got really is baseball and tennis. So I'm going to be going through the best 7-leg parlay. I have 7 legs, $132 to win $45K. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's a good parlay, and it comes out to plus 34,000 odds. So let's go ahead. Let's go through it, and let's go through all of the picks I have. All are mathematically profitable from the OddsJam positive expected value page. So again, most people think you can never make a profitable parlay. Parlays are unprofitable because that's generally what people say, but that's not true. If all of the legs in your parlay are profitable, then your parlay will be profitable. It's that simple. If all the legs in your parlay are unprofitable, your parlay will be unprofitable. So your goal as a sports bettor is to find mathematically profitable bets to include in your parlay if you want to bet on parlays. So I have a bunch of picks in this parlay, so let's just go ahead. Let's start going through it. I have 1 tennis pick and 6 MLB picks. So we can see in the 8th inning, I also have Red Sox minus 1.5 on the run line. I did this in a video yesterday, not looking too hot, 5-5 against the Mariners. But regardless, let's get into my parlay for today. So the first pick I have is a tennis pick, Tim Van Rijthoven, plus 4.5 on the game spread. This is straight from the OddsJam positive expected value tool, which again will just show you mathematically profitable bets, right? This tool is constantly scanning the sports books, the odds on sports books, to find discrepancies and show you where the value is. So here we can see the plus 4.5 game spread. We're getting minus 140 on FanDuel, whereas every other sports book is pricing this minus 160 or higher, right? Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're pricing this at minus 162. So I actually may try to, before I get into the math behind this parlay, maybe I hit it for a bit more. So we want this guy, Tim Rijthoven. We want him on the game spread, plus 4.5, minus 4.5. So they're not going to give me that much more because I already included it in my parlay. I try to bet, $250. They give me $8.10. Thanks, FanDuel. So I'll go ahead, I'll lock it in. But regardless, let's focus on the math of this parlay. So Pinnacle Sportsbook, which is the sharpest bookmaker, the most efficient betting market, they're pricing this at minus 162, right? They're pricing, the other side, minus 4.5 for the favored player, Medvedev, plus 138. So what you can do to figure out the win probability for your bet is put the market from Pinnacle plus 138 minus 162 into a zero vig odds calculator. So what this calculator will show you is the true odds, the fair odds, the no vig odds, the zero juice odds, whatever you want to call it, for your bet and the win probability for your bet, which is 59.54%. So the first pick I have is going to be this guy plus 4.5, and the win probability for our bet, according to the betting market on Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook, is 59.54%. So boom, and then we have 0.5954. That's the win probability for the first bet in our parlay. So boom, 1 done, 7 to go. Now we have under 3.5 Guardians Athletics. So let's go back here, and then let's go down to the Guardians game, and we can see plus 120, minus 138 is the market on Pinnacle. Plus 120, minus 138, this OddsJam column is exactly the same as real-time odds from Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker. So plus 120, minus 138 is the win probability for our second bet, right? So the win probability for this pick is going to be 43.94%. So 0.4394. I'll try to speed this up a bit. For Guardians A's, under 3.5 first half total. First half total, Guardians Athletics, under 3.5. Got to take a sip of my Truly. and we have 6 more picks to go. So under 3.5 Pirates Braves. This is actually the highest profit margin bet currently on OddsJam. It's incredible. Pinnacle is only giving you plus 158. We're getting plus 182, right? When you are getting 24 cents of improvement from the sharpest, most efficient betting market, that is a bet you want to lock in. So plus 158 minus 185 is our next pick. Win probability 0.3739. So 0.3739, first half total, and this is the Padres game under 3.5. So that's pick number 3, sharp mathematically profitable bet. Then we have under 7.5 and Padres Rockies, plus 109 minus 123. Plus 109 minus 123, win probability 46.45%. So 46.45%, and this is under 7.5 in the Rockies game. Is that correct? Yep, under 7.5 in the Rockies game. And this was supposed to be the Braves game, not the Padres game. So now we're 4 picks down. Brad Keller, player prop, under 3.5 strikeouts, plus 102 on FanDuel. You can see right here, we're getting ridiculous value on FanDuel, right? No other sportsbook is giving you better than minus 106. DraftKings has the under favored. Exact same odds as Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker. So a lot of value in being able to get Brad Keller under 3.5 strikeouts. So minus 120, minus 110. So minus 110, minus 120, win probability for this bet is 51.01%. And this is Keller under 3.5 strikeouts. So that's pick number 5. And then this tennis bet was available on the OddsJam positive expected value betting tool, but I couldn't figure out where this player was. I couldn't figure out what league it was in. I tried to find it on FanDuel and make a 9-leg parlay, but I couldn't find it. So we already hit this. We already have a bet on the Orioles game, which is the Keller bet, so we can't include another pick from the same game. Same with the Braves Pirates, right? We already bet under 3.5 first half total runs, which was a higher profit margin, 5.43% on first half total runs, bottom row, under the dash mark, under 3.5 plus 182. So we can't include it in our parlay again. So we got to keep scrolling. And then we can see Blue Jays minus 2.5. Plus 168 minus 197 is the market. Blue Jays playing really good baseball. So plus 168, minus 197 is the market on Pinnacle. We're getting plus 182 on FanDuel, so very good improvement, 14 cents, 1.52% profit margin on this bet, and our win probability is going to be 64%. So that's pick number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we have one more after this. Blue Jays minus 2.5. And then finally we have under 3.5 in Reds Cardinals, plus 127, minus 146. So plus 127, minus 146, 42.6% win probability. So 0.426. And this is Cardinals, first half, under 3.5, right? Team, or total. So the total in the game. We have no team props in this video. So 7 picks we have in our parlay right here. We have Tim plus 4.5. Under 3.5 Athletics Guardians, Pirates Braves, Blue Jays minus 2.5, Keller under 3.5 strikeouts, under 3.5 first half, Reds Cardinals under 7.5, Rockies Padres alternate total runs. 132 to win 45K, plus 33,967 odds. So we staked, so 33,967 is the odds. I apologize. This should be 33,967. 33,967 is the odds we bet at. We staked the maximum we were able to on FanDuel, which is $132. So we're betting $132 at plus, basically 34,000 odds to win 45 Gs. So the win probability for our bet using real-time odds from the sharpest sportsbook in the world, Pinnacle, what is their model implying, right? I'm not sharper than Pinnacle, who's taking action from all around the world. So I'm using real-time odds from the sharpest bookmaker to back out win probabilities for each bet. So we're winning this parlay, 0.0063% of the time, right? So what you can see is this parlay has $152 in EV, which is pretty incredible, right? When you place parlays where you're adding, all bets that are mathematically profitable, that honestly seems a little too good to be true. So this was minus 140, Guardians A's. That was an underdog, I believe, so that makes sense. Braves game, that was an underdog, so that makes sense. Rockies game makes sense. Keller makes sense. Blue Jays, I think I got the Blue Jays one wrong. Plus 168, minus 197. So let's go back here. It was plus 168 for Blue Jays, minus 2.5 on the run line, and minus 197. So let's go back to OddsJam, and let's go to the Blue Jays game. Plus 168, minus 197. So this is supposed to be 36%, not 64%. This is an underdog bet. So we can see the win probability is 0.5%, basically, 0.4% for our 7-leg parlay. But considering the odds we're getting, this is ridiculous value. We have 21% profit margin on this bet, $132 to win $45K, $28 in EV, 21% profit margin. So pretty cool stuff, very profitable, all quantified mathematically. And again, we found all these bets using the OddsJam positive expected value tool, which is, processing millions and millions of odds every single, minute to find you the sharpest, most profitable bets. So some other bets out there right now, but I'm going to go ahead and call it an end of a day at this video, although I may have to go bet this in a second. Angels under 4.5 team total. Definitely have to go bet that in a second. And let's make some money.